And hey, welcome there, everybody,
Hi,
to
people.
Laser Vision Comics. This is our fancy new opening,
hmm
trying something new, and welcome everybody who's joined.
Yeah.
This is Thunderbolt issue number 4,
Yeah.
and I am here with Jen, who plays Thunderbolt, and I'll let
Yes.
her tell us a little bit about herself.
Okay. Me or the character?
Whatever you like.
Okay, I'm just going to go with the character because some people know who I am, kind of, maybe.
Okay.
Thunderbolt, her name is Zandra Storms. She lived with her grandmother, dropped off by her parents when she was very young, doesn't know what happened to her parents at all. And fairly recently, a couple months back, maybe, realized she has superpowers. And she's used to be a tornado chaser or storm chaser. And then her truck broke, but it's fixed now. So
It's feeling much better now.
it's feeling much better now.
Well, in issue 4, we are
hmm
now in mid-December. It's just a
Okay.
couple weeks before the holidays.
All right.
So Xandra's had a couple adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Met some odd people. Met
Yeah.
some mutants in
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, a group called the
Right.
Heralds.
Yeah.
She met a young man who has white hair.
Right.
For
Yeah.
some reason, he just got really old for some reason. And now she's back in her hometown of Catbridge, Illinois, to presumably begin the rest of her life.
Mm-hmm.
So over the last couple weeks, she's been working with her friend Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
who owns an electronics shop, to make some updates to her gear.
All right.
Um, so as we come into our first page, we're going to find our friend Zandra is sitting at Earl's lunch station
Yep.
on a Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining outside. She's having some lunch, and it's just kind of a cold, dreary day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of nice and warm inside. Maybe she has some hot chocolate or some
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah. Some hot
what,
chocolate sounds good.
whatever she
hmm
likes to drink. Place isn't very busy for Saturday. Maybe it seems the weather's keeping people away.
Yeah.
People are getting ready for the holidays, that kind of thing.
Probably shopping.
The thing they are doing is shopping
hmm
because there's a winter storm coming through tonight,
Oh,
um,
right.
and they're really saying it's going to be a bad one. They're not quite sure how much precipitation they'll get. Um, but it's something that really intrigued Zandra because
Yeah.
this is the first big one of the year.
Right. I haven't, chased a winter storm yet, so I should try that. I'm gonna get out my phone where I've got like all the weather apps that I made on it
Mhm.
that are like mine, and just see how big it's gonna be if I can tell.
Yeah, they're. I mean, she looks at it, just looks like this green blue cloud. Just is right now is just kind of going over, Nebraska and Iowa, and
Right.
heading for Illinois.
Cool. I'm gonna like track it while I'm eating, drinking my uh,
Okay.
cocoa or whatever it was, hot chocolate. hmm
And she's supposed to meet Bobby
Right.
afterwards.
Right.
That's where they're gonna start making the adjustments to her suit
hmm
and looking at their gear.
Right.
Um, as she's sitting there, drinking her hot chocolate, she hears the
hmm
little ding from the bell
hmm
from the door. It sounds like somebody's come in. Place is
All right.
pretty much empty. I mean, maybe like one other table of some local folks sitting there,
All right.
but you do hear the bell go off that somebody came in.
I look over, and if it's not Bobby, I'm gonna just be like, okay, whatever.
It is not Bobby. It
Hmm.
is a kind of a tall, thin woman.
Okay.
She has a ski cap on, but you can see she kind of has like red hair
Mm.
hanging out from it, and she has like bright blue eyes. And she kind of comes in, kind of stomps off her boots, because they're a little bit wet. Um,
Yeah.
Pulls off her hat and of course does the hair flick, has this long, this
Shampoo
this
commercial kind of thing. Yeah. All
exactly,
right.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has like long red hair. She kind of starts blowing on her hands, go, oof, it's chilly out there, man.
Is she talking to me or just in
She's kind of
general?
kind of talking to herself in general.
Okay.
So, and she kind of walks, kind of looking around like like you can tell she's kind of looking around like she's never been here before,
Oh, okay.
and kind of comes strolling up and sits about two seats over from you at the counter. Um,
Okay.
and waitress whose name eludes me. So now the
Oh,
storyteller
what was it?
GM has to go back and find her name because now it's gonna.
She had a name, maybe.
Uh, her name is. this is this is killing me. Lucy. Her name is
Lucy.
Lucy.
Okay.
Comes over and she's the owner of the place now. She
hmm
comes over and says, "Hi, how you doing?" And the girl says, "Oh, I'm doing swell. Uh, let's see." She kind of reaches for a menu. She's kind of like,
hmm
"What's good here?"
Make
Lucy's
real
like,
good burgers.
and she kind of glances at me. Burgers are good.
Yeah.
She's like, and she kind of smiles and she says, "Yeah, you know what? I'll have a burger."
All right.
Lucy's like, "Okay." Writes
They're
it
real
down.
good. I get them all
Takes
the
them.
time.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Oh, so you from here?
Uh huh. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I think you're
Uh,
not from here.
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
My name's Sophie.
Oh,
Um,
I'm Zandra.
Sandra.
Yeah.
That's an interesting name. Is it short for something or?
That's just what my parents named me, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's what everyone. That's everybody's
Says.
story. But I
Yeah,
mean,
there's probably some relative in the past with like Alexandra as their
okay.
name or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know a lot about my past, but
All right.
yeah.
Okay. So she kind of and takes out her bag,
hmm
takes out her phone, is just kind of. She's like, "Excuse me a second. I'm sorry."
Yeah,
She's
yeah, sure.
she's,
I go back to my phone, seeing where the storm's
she's,
at. She doesn't know what I'm doing,
she's
but
checking some stuff,
Mhm.
and she's like, "I'm sorry. I'm being chatty. I've been in the car all day."
Oh,
She says,
that's fine. That's
I've been
fine.
up in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
I'm an engineer." She says,
Really?
"Yeah." She's like, "Well, I live in Ontario, uh, but I've been down doing some work in Chicago."
Well, what are you doing? Sounds interesting.
Well, I'm an aerospace engineer.
Wow, that sounds really cool.
It can be. It can be.
Yeah.
It's not always fun and games all the time, but it's a good living, and I'm staying in Chicago for a couple weeks, and I decided I had heard that Catsbridge was out here, and that's the
Yeah.
hometown of Jaden Young. I'm sure you heard of him.
Oh, yeah, I've met him.
Have you
Yeah, I
really?
have, yes.
What's he like?
Um, very he dresses fine, like rich. He's the CEO of Silver something.
Silver Star Solutions, yeah.
Yeah, that's it, that one.
Wow.
Yeah, he
Okay.
grew up here. I guess he knew my parents vaguely. It was high school's not that big, but he didn't like living
Yeah.
with them. He knew my friend Bobby. He's about the same age, and I guess Jaden like bought the school a football field at some point, and so everybody likes him. Yeah.
It's not, well, as CEOs go, I guess that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Bobby didn't seem to get along with him well, but if you knew somebody in high school and you got memories of them from that, maybe you're kind of like, eh.
Well, yeah, I mean, high school sucked for everyone.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
let's face it. I mean,
Yeah.
they said I was, the ugly duckling, in
How
high
could you
school.
be the ugly duckling? Look at you. You look like a
Uh,
shampoo commercial coming in with your
oh,
hair flipped.
it's a lot of work and contacts and a lot of working out in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you. She's like, as a kid, I just had my nose stuck in a book,
Yeah,
and
I kind of did too for a
didn't
while.
didn't really it's kind of awkward. Just didn't really know how to get along with people. Just
Mhm.
couldn't read them.
Oh yeah. Well, some people aren't easy to read, especially in high school. Nobody knows who they are
Yeah.
yet.
You're right. Yeah,
Mhm.
they don't. They kind of haven't figured that part out yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, she's like, "Do you mind if I slide over
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
little bit
Come
so
on.
we're not
Yeah.
there's nobody here, but we're not
No one's gonna.
we're,
This
we're
place
not,
is gonna be empty most of the
we're
day.
not
Everybody's shopping.
thank you."
So
So
yeah.
she kind of slides down next to you.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Cool.
um, I want to ask you a question,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you guys probably hear this a lot.
Okay.
Is this
Sure.
where hearing all this talk about the Angel of Catsbridge? Is that
I
a
I think it's a
is
rumor. I think
it's
it's
a
a rumor.
rumor?
Yeah. Yeah. Some little kid. There was a tornado, and it was from what I saw in the news, it was trying to knock a school bus into the river, and
Mhm.
something happened, and the bus got back on track, and some little girl that got interviewed by the news, somehow she was like 6 or something, little kid, and she said, "Oh, this angel saved us," and so now everybody's using that. We don't get a lot of attention in Cat's Bridge on the news, so I mean, maybe that's why it's spread.
'Cause they say there's pictures now. They're on the internet.
Really?
There's no yeah, yeah, there's, somebody got some police footage or something, and
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
wow. Okay.
this figure and she's like kinda gets out her phone, she's like, "Hold on," and she
Okay.
kinda gets
Yeah.
out, and, she gets out and she shows you, finds it on YouTube, and
Oh,
you see this quick police camera footage that up kind of in the right-hand corner, there's this figure up in the air in, like, a yellow and purple,
oh,
and then they kinda just dart away. But you see, I mean, they're flying there.
somebody was, I guess. It's kind
So,
of blurry though. I mean, you sure it's not like a bird or something?
well, I don't
I mean,
it doesn't look like any kind of bird I've seen.
I don't know. I mean, it could be a drone, like a
I
colorful
mean
drone.
I mean,
Maybe somebody's tracking the police. I don't know.
so you think it's faked
Yeah.
or
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah. It brings attention to the town though, so we might
it
get more like
does.
shoppers and more comments and stuff. I mean, that's good.
She's
You
like,
know.
you don't really have a whole lot to do in this town,
I
you
know, but
know.
people are shopping right now because there's a big storm coming. So
There is, yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
yeah. So if somebody wanted to go out, uh, maybe on a date somewhere, where would be a good place around here?
Uh, I don't know. Some people just come here, honestly, and start there. You know.
Well,
Uh,
I would think I'd probably want to go somewhere else than here. I mean, and at that moment, that's when Lucy kind of brings over her burger, and
oh,
she's like,
cool.
"Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you."
They're real
Um,
good. You'll like it.
give me a
Hmm.
let's make a let's make an intellect roll, um,
Intellectual.
to
Let me
see
use
how
that.
you would kind of respond. And it's gonna be 5 dice,
5 dice.
and
Okay.
yep, and to see how knowledgeable you are of the area. And
Okay. I didn't get a lot. I got a 2 and a 4.
okay,
That's it.
all right, so she
Yeah.
got two. Well, you know that there is out on route, blah blah blah.
Whatever.
There's a Fridays, but
It's like the same as here. Yeah, I could be
yeah,
like, there's
yeah,
one of them, but it's down a ways, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and it's this is better, but but people do go there sometimes. I mean, high schoolers usually, if
Okay,
they can drive.
okay.
Hmm. Yeah, there's not a lot. I mean, I think we used to have a movie theater, but I don't even know if that's open anymore.
So she kind of starts eating a little bit, and she kind of gets a little bit quieter.
Mm-hmm.
And about 5-10 minutes pass. She kind of
Okay.
pushes his plate back. She's like, "Oh my god!" She goes, "You know what?" She says, "That really was a
It
really good
is
burger. I
best
really
burgers
like that."
ever. Hmm.
Um, so are you getting anything? I mean, do you want me to order anything for you, or?
Oh, I'm good. I got to meet Bobby pretty soon. He's basically family, so
Oh, Bobby.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. He knew my parents, and
Oh, okay. And I forgot to ask you what you do. I'm sorry. I'm in here talking about myself the whole
oh,
time.
I'm a storm chaser.
Storm chaser.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah. That part never made the news. Got into a tornado and got wrecked, me and my
Really?
vehicle, but they're better now. Yeah, I'm
Oh my
better
God.
mostly. Yeah. Hmm.
Wow. Okay, so do you like work for a company that does that kind of
No,
stuff,
I
or
just do it. I used to stream it out of my truck.
really?
Yeah. I made my own weather app here. Check it out. Mm,
Okay.
show her that. Yeah.
And she kind of looks up. She's like, "This is really impressive." I
Yeah, it's
mean,
more detailed than anything you get from like typical places. So yeah, I got a degree in meteorology. I thought I was going to be on the news for that. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be on the news. So
she's like,
mhm.
"Have you shop this around to anybody,
Uh,
or I
uh-uh.
mean,
Nah,
have you patented it?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, girl, you gotta. I mean, because this is. I mean, this is your technology. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah. Well,
gotta
I mean, I just figured nobody'd notice because I'm just some girl from Catsbridge. I mean, nobody
just.
knows who we are out here.
Oh, well, I know who you are now, and
Yeah.
if I'm not being too forward, I'd like to get to know you more. So
Oh,
would
really?
that's why I was
Okay.
asking about a good place to go out to dinner.
Oh, okay. I don't know that there's any here that are, I mean, this is where people go, you know, but I don't know.
Or
Uh, mm,
or if you want to come up to Chicago sometime.
I can do that. Sure.
Okay. So she's let me send you my number.
Oh, yeah, great. Here, I'll send you mine. There you
Okay.
go. hmm
And she says, my name's again. I'm Sophie Fox.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
All
I'm
right.
Zandra Storms. It fits my everything. It was just my parents' last name.
The bell goes off again for the door.
Oh,
Somebody else comes in.
and I look over. Is it Bobby?
No, it
Okay.
is a tall Asian man.
Okay.
Don't recognize him either. He's kind
Okay.
of wearing just like a ball cap and a winter coat.
Okay.
Just kind of comes in and just kind of shuffles, and he kind of looks at the counter for a second, sees the two of you
Mhm.
sitting there, and then kind of fades back to a table on his own.
Mhm.
Sophie kind of turns around, looks at him, and is like, "Okay, well, Zandra, it's been great meeting you, and I
Yeah,
hope to
it's
hear
been
from
good
you
meeting
again
you too.
soon."
Yeah, well, you got my number, so you can call whenever you
Okay,
want.
all right.
Yeah,
So she pays her bill and she
right.
wanders out, and
Sandra's all smiley.
all right.
Mhm.
The Lucy comes over and takes the guy's order, and let's just give me like a perception roll real quick.
Okay, and that one is which one's perception? 4.
That's gonna be 4. Yep.
Okay, I have a 6, a 2, another 6, and another 2, so I
Awesome.
got
Okay.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hear him talk. You hear him say, "Well, I've never been here before, but I've heard that the patty melt is really good here." And Lucy's like, "All right, patty melt. That's Jaden's favorite." And you hear the guy say, "That's right. I heard Jaden Young comes here, doesn't he?" Okay. So
He's our only celebrity.
for now, yes.
Mhm.
Um, she can finish up her meal or whatever, and then
Yeah,
she
and
is
then
ready to go to Bobby's.
yep. Gonna go out back, get in my truck, drive it over to Bobby's.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get over to Bobby's, and we're going to just remind folks a little bit about Bobby's place.
Yeah.
Um, he has a small shop, kind of right down on Main Street, um, just a couple blocks down. But she's going to move her truck just to move it.
Yeah.
Um, so there's a small shop called Secondhand Electronics and Gizmos, um, with kind of a bright blue sign out front. Um, and she comes in, and he probably has a little electronic chime or something at the door,
Yeah.
and there's rows of small electronic items. He's probably the closest thing there is to a Radio Shack
Yeah.
that still exists here. He also does repairs on a lot of items, and as you come in, he has kind of
Mhm.
a counter at the back, um, and he's probably we're sitting on a laptop looking at something. He looks up. He's like, "Sandra, hey,
Hey.
hey, I'm sorry that the time just totally slipped away from
Oh,
me.
it's okay. It's all right.
I'm sitting here working on something."
Well,
He's
I
like,
mean, you gotta work. It's okay.
"Yeah." He's like, "Tell you what,
Mhm.
let me go lock the door so nobody comes in because
Okay.
I kind of look at some stuff with you."
Sure. Yeah.
So he kind of hobbles out from behind the counter, goes up,
Mhm.
puts be back in 15 minutes, kind of thing, and
Right,
locks the
right.
door, and kind of takes you to the back to where
Okay.
he has his workshop, and he has your Thunderbolt costume laid out.
Okay.
and he's made a couple different changes to it.
Right.
One thing he did was, you see something that looks like a wristwatch,
Hmm.
on let's say it's on the left arm.
Sure.
That's one thing you notice right away. Um,
Hmm.
Other than that, he maybe fixed a couple spots where maybe there was like a tear or
Could have been
something.
easily considering. I don't know if he knows. I don't know if I told him what I went through. You know?
Probably didn't, but he's
Yeah.
but and he's
Mhm.
probably curious to know, but you just generally don't tell him if you don't want him to worry.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
and he's like, okay, so um, one thing I did, he's like,
Uh-huh.
and I hope you like it. I just
What'd you
don't
do?
want to try it out.
Okay.
He's like, push the watch.
Push the watch?
Yeah,
Like the face of it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And I reach over and I push the watch.
And you see, there's like a little list of like options there, and one
Whoa.
of them says like energize, one of them says field, and one of them says flight.
Interesting. What does field do? Boop.
Go ahead and push it.
Mm-hmm. Boop.
And this bubble surrounds the suit of
Wow.
it's like a purplish bluish light, and actually as it comes on it pushes you back.
Oh, wow,
um,
it's effective.
yeah, and it's a bubble, and then what it does is it kind of just shrinks down a little bit to it's much smaller around the suit.
Oh,
and
that's
he
so cool.
and he says, I gotta work on that a little bit. He's like, I figured out how to make a force field.
That's so awesome.
He's
I
like,
would have
I
never
know.
figured it out, you know?
He's like, I just something it's just something like that seems like a hero needs a way to protect herself. Not that you're not
Yeah.
a
Well,
capable young
yeah,
lady,
yeah. I
you
know, I
know.
know, I
He's
know.
like what I want to do though. He's like, I'm not some skilled government
Mhm,
guy or anything like that. It'd be
mhm.
great to make it that you could like protect other people. You can be the hero, the heroine that like has the force bubble to protect everyone.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Uh, so I did that.
Mhm.
um and I think the other thing, the flight,
Yeah.
that eventually I want to be able to do something with that to help you, maybe fly faster. I don't know how all that stuff
Oh.
works, you know. Um,
Well, we can give it a try.
he's like, go ahead and try it on, try it on.
Okay.
He turns his back.
Yeah, yeah, and his family, I don't care. She's got no shame at all, so she changes into the suit.
And he's like, how's it fit? Does it still fit good?
Yeah, yeah, it feels good.
He's
Mhm.
like, Thanksgiving was a couple weeks ago, and I fed you a lot. I want to make sure everything still fits
I
right.
I've got a pretty good metabolism apparently, so
He's
I'm
like, all
fine.
right,
Yeah, it looks great.
all right.
Fits great. It's comfy.
He's like, it looks like we just got a couple hours till that storm is supposed to come in. Uh,
Yeah, I wanna
you,
go see it.
do you want me to come out with you?
Could be dangerous.
You sure you can handle it by yourself?
Did last time.
And
Tornado didn't get me. I mean,
last time your truck got thrown around and
yeah, but
put
I
in
mean,
a ditch.
I didn't realize it was a cat too, okay? You know?
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Well, we can go over this all again.
Yeah.
But all right, so you go out and do your thing tonight.
Yeah.
I made a couple updates on some of your cameras,
Oh, cool.
um, and I believe she was working on a drone, or was
Yeah, yeah.
she? Okay, okay. So and I can't remember. I know in another game you have names for your drones. I
Right,
don't know if
yes.
in this one if she had a name for her drone or
Well,
not.
it's not done being fixed yet. I think she's still working on it, so
Got
when
it.
she
Got it. Okay.
figures out what she
Okay.
wants to do with it, then it'll have a name,
In a future issue. So
a
okay.
future issue.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So she has probably 2-3 hours or something
Mhm.
before the storm is supposed to come in.
Okay.
Is there anything she wants to do before that?
She's gonna tell Bobby she met someone.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, do tell. Do
Oh
tell.
my gosh, like turning red. I was in the cafe,
Uh-huh.
and this woman walked in and she took her cap off and she's got like you ever see like those? shampoo commercials where they go like this and their hair just
Oh
goes
yeah, they
everywhere.
go like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we started talking, and her name is Sophie, and we exchanged numbers, and I'm
Oh
probably gonna go
really?
visit her sometime. Yeah, she lives in Chicago, and she does science stuff. I forgot what it was because I'm kind of distracted, but yeah, you
Wow.
know,
Oh my.
yeah.
Oh, good for you, girl.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna say, man. All right. Well, good for you. Now, don't get hurt tonight, so that you can't,
Oh yeah,
go out on a date with this
that's
Sophie
true.
girl.
That's true.
So,
That might be a problem, but I
who
showed her my
knows?
weather app. She thought it was really cool. She thinks I should patent it. I
You
don't know how,
should.
but
You
she might
should.
help with that. You know.
Well, be
Yeah,
careful. I mean, because people steal stuff, and
I know.
so. But yeah, we can get that patented for you.
Okay, that's a good idea. I mean,
All right.
yeah,
Let's do that.
yeah. So I don't know. I just thought that was,
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's like the best news of the day. I mean,
it is.
I built a force field, which I think
Yeah,
is
well,
pretty
that's
good.
I think better actually because
But
that'll save other people too. But I
but
mean,
you got a date, so
yeah. I mean, it
okay.
hasn't happened yet. She could change her mind, but
I don't think she's gonna change her mind. Who wouldn't want to go on a date with you?
Aw. You're sweet.
Okay. So
Yeah.
anything else she wants to do before
She's probably gonna go make sure her truck tires are all good and all that. And,
a smart idea?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm going out in the snow.
Okay.
Hopefully.
And wear your suit. You
Mhm.
can, that's going to protect you when you
Yeah, I'll
go
just
when
and
you
I
when you
put
when you do
clothes on
your
over it, just so I don't look like a superhero as I'm walking around. Yeah. Small town, you know.
well, she's got a couple options.
Mhm.
She can go out towards the field, kind of those western fields,
Mhm.
because it's coming from the west,
Yeah, she'll probably do that.
where there's really nobody around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But to get
Yeah.
out of town, she's you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, she can always change into her costume when she gets out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bobby's not good enough to come up with all of a sudden she changes into her suit kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? She's still got to find I guess there's no phone booths anymore.
No
So
phone
she's
booths anymore, yeah.
got to find something.
True.
Okay. So she drives out. The rain is starting to turn to sleet. Kind of
Okay.
as she's heading out.
Mhm.
Um, and you can kind of just see the clouds kind of out in the west, and it's
Wow,
just
look
kind
at
of
that.
rolling in slowly, not like a typical like thunderstorm. I mean, this is more like a
Yeah.
heavy snow clouds. But she's sitting in her truck. She's got
Out
her
in the
gear,
field.
so so
Yeah, I've got the
so
gear, I've got the weather app, I've got the cameras going. I don't know if I'm streaming it live this time because who
yep.
knows, but it's recording something.
Okay. So describe what she's gonna do.
Okay, so she's going to give it a minute to see if she can figure out where it's going to be the biggest, between the app and where she's seeing in front of her, and then she's going to head out that way towards it
Okay.
just to see what it's like.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so her cameras are picking up the storm coming in. She's got the
Mhm.
barometric pressure and
Yeah,
and all
the whole
that.
deal. Mhm.
Um, and is she going to put on her suit and fly into the storm?
Maybe it would save some expenses on my truck, might be, but
It's a way to get firsthand knowledge
it
of
is.
how
Yeah,
your equipment's working, and
it's a good
and uh,
idea.
and I think she had a body cam she was
She
putting on,
does.
wasn't
She
she?
puts one on right here, so it can show what's going on later, and that's how she knew what happened with the tornado.
Okay.
you know,
Okay. So she's
yeah.
gonna
She's gonna
she's
switch
gonna
into the suit and
okay.
probably fly up high enough where
Okay.
people won't see her immediately. There's nobody out here probably, and
Yeah. No.
just head towards it.
Okay. So
Mhm.
she's gonna kind of do her up and away thing
Yes.
and fly up.
Yeah.
As she gets up,
hmm
about 200, 300 feet, the
hmm
wind starts to pick up.
Oh,
Could you make a agility roll to
agility
see
roll. Okay.
how she kind of glides
Yeah.
through the
Okay.
storm?
5 dice. I got a 6, a 4, and the rest don't work.
Okay. She kind of gets pushed a little bit by the
Oof.
wind, but she kind of manages to kind of
Yeah.
slip around it and kind of just starts flying up higher.
Yeah.
Okay. So make me a technology roll now. For she's going to
Okay.
turn on her cameras and kind of get all that stuff
Yeah.
going.
Okay. I got 6 and 4. That's all I
Okay.
got.
Okay. Everything comes on.
Okay, good.
As best she knows, everything is recording. Does she do any kind of audio while she's streaming,
She
or?
used to when she was streaming on like social media, but now she doesn't want her voice tracked in this.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. I'm glad you caught that because I was gonna burn you on it later.
Yeah.
Okay. So she is watching the storm come in.
Yeah.
Now I would like you to make, after she's up there maybe about like 5-10 minutes, this kind of thing. She's really enjoying the kind of enjoying the view, as it were.
Best view ever from this height.
Exactly. I mean, it's like the best, the best thing she's ever seen, and she's never really been able to get a lot of shots of a kind of winter storms. Can you give me a perception roll, please?
Perception. Okay. Perception is 4 dice. All of those failed.
Okay. She is so intent on looking around at the sky that she completely misses something blue and very fast that flies right past her, and almost like spins her around, like the force.
Like, yeah. Okay.
The force of the air going by almost like completely spins her around.
Okay, I'm gonna try that shield thing on the phone. Shield.
Yep. Hit, make a technology roll.
Technology roll. Okay, how many is that one? 6. Okay. I've got 2 4s and a 2.
Okay. It takes her like 2 taps.
Okay.
To get it, but then that bubble comes up.
Oh, good.
That bubble comes up. Okay.
All right.
So now she's kind of levitating in the air, and she turns around, and she feels. Give me another perception roll first.
Perception roll. Okay. Yeah. Remember 4 dice for that one. A 6 and a 4.
Okay. This time she does see something coming at her. It is something blue and very fast, and it almost looks like a person. But it comes just kind of zipping by her. Now the force field kind of buffets her.
Yeah, so I'm like just
from the
kind
force.
Of pushed, but not. Yeah.
So I hate to say, you're almost like a hamster in a ball.
In a bubble.
In a bubble, you kind of get pushed back a little bit.
Okay.
But as it goes by, you do see it is humanoid shaped, and it's like almost looks like a kind of a blocky looking suit of armor almost, but it has like wings kind of coming off the arms, and you see the shape kind of as it kind of went past you, it kind of turns up and kind of glides around and kind of just starts turning, and then it looks like it's coming towards you again.
Okay. I don't even know what to do at this point. Can I fly in the shield? Let's try.
You can, yeah, you can try it. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
So make a flight roll then.
Flight roll. Okay, so flight is 7. I have 6 dice, so I'll roll 1 again. Okay, I have a 4 and a 4, and then I need to roll 6 dice. I have to roll 1 more dice, and that one's a 2.
Okay. So what are you trying to do?
Kind of outmaneuver.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Okay. Can you roll your force field, please? I think you have 10 dice for your force field.
I do. Okay, we're gonna roll the force field. So I have 6 physical dice. I will get more. One of them fell off. Okay, I have a 6, a 4, a 6, a 2, and another 2. The other one didn't work. So how many is that?
You had 2 6s? 2
6s, 2 2s, and a 4, just from that limited amount of dice.
So that is 4, 5, 6, I think.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then I need to roll 4
4 more.
dice? Okay.
Yep, 4 more.
Okay. I got a 6, and that's it.
Okay, so the figure, whatever it is,
Mhm.
actually comes dead on at you, hits your force field.
Mm.
It does pierce it just a little bit, and you actually take 2 damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is it kind of like clips you. It kind of goes at you, and then hits the force field and kind of ricochets a little bit, but does manage to hurt you a little bit.
Okay. So does that
Um,
health take away how many
yeah,
points?
yeah, yeah. You're
2?
gonna take away 2 points from your health.
Okay. Okay. I gotta fix that. Hold on. All right, I have that now. All right. Okay. I don't want to mess with this one.
Okay. So it kind of went past you, and now and then kind of circles around and then just stops and just kind of hovers. And you do see there's like a helmet on this thing. Like I said, it's very blocky,
Yeah.
not very not very shiny or anything like that. It's just
Right.
like it's kind of like a light blue, and like I said, it has wings kind of built into like the arms, and it just kind of just sits and stares at you.
Hi.
And it kind of creeps forward just a little bit, but
So what are we doing?
no response.
Okay. That's no fun. Is there an actual human in there or just armor?
And it kind of tilts down and just kind of flies past you. Like
Okay.
it doesn't try to come near you. It just kind of goes off to your left, kind of down and out, and heads east back towards town.
I don't know if that's a good guy or a bad guy. Well, I guess I'm gonna go chase him.
Okay. Okay. Make a flight roll then, please.
Okay, so flight is how many is flight again? I'm never gonna remember this.
That's okay. 7 dice.
7. Okay. Okay, I've got a 6, a 2, another 2, and another 2. The other ones didn't work, and then I roll 1 more for that 7, and it is a 4.
Okay, so you got 6.
3 2s, a 6, and a 4.
Okay. You give chase. You're still a little bit behind them.
Yeah.
They're probably like 50 yards ahead of you. I mean, they're flying pretty fast.
Yeah.
Now you can, if you want to try to catch up, if you want to spend a resolve point to roll another die to see if you can increase your odds.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Because I don't know what that person's going to do to the town. So, okay. I got a 6.
Okay, good. Okay, you've kind of narrowed the gap.
Okay.
You're maybe about like 20 yards behind them now.
All right.
And they kind of fly towards the town, but then they kind of tilt east or south actually.
South.
And,
Okay.
and so they're away from the town, and then kind of like now you can tell they're trying to lose you.
Okay. I have no idea who this is.
So you can either make another flight roll to try to keep up with them, or
Well, they're leaving town. It's mostly what I'm worried about.
Now you still have your force field up.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't know how long that lasts. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little farther to see where they're going. Just I want them out of my town.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Make another flight roll then, please.
Okay. Okay, I've got a 6, a 2, a second 6, and a 4. The other one didn't work, but it's 7 dice. I got to roll again, and another 4. Everything's even numbers. So that's 2 6s, 2 2s, and 2 4s.
Okay, so that's 4. So that sounds like 8 to me. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're keeping on their tail now.
Yeah, I don't want to get too close, but I just want to make sure they get out of my town.
They are they're continuing to fly south, away from town. Okay. And they're just flying just to get away from you at this point.
Okay. I guess I scared them. All right. I'm gonna go back to the winter storm, I
Okay.
suppose,
Okay.
since
Yep.
this
Yep.
one's I
Yeah.
don't know what that was, but
Yeah.
okay.
The storm is rolling in pretty hard now.
Okay.
So if you want to go back and
Yeah.
continue
Hmm.
your studies,
Yeah. At the
you
very
go.
least, I want to like get to where my truck is, if
Yeah.
nothing else,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you get back pretty quickly.
Okay.
You
Hmm.
can spot your truck down below.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's now a heavy mix of sleet turning into snow.
Okay.
But it's kind of a wet snow. It's not really going to stick very
Yeah. All
hard.
right.
So,
That's fine.
um, give me another technology roll, please.
Okay.
I want to see
Technology
how well your
is.
cameras do.
Yeah. I mean, with all that stuff, it's
Mhm.
gonna be a little difficult. Okay. I think it's 6. Yeah, 6. Okay. I have a 6 and a 4, and nothing else worked. So.
Okay. It's kind of when you're kind of checking the
Hmm.
cameras, it's kind of blurry because it looks like there's something purplish, kind of.
Purple
Yeah.
on the camera.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna try to wipe it off.
Uh, I'll give you a hint. Turn off your force field.
I turned off the force field.
Yeah. Roll it again, please.
Okay, so technology is 6 dice. A 6 and a 6, and that's all that counted.
Okay. It looks better now, but you are getting some good shots of the snow and the cloud
Yeah,
movement.
cool.
Um, it's one thing you may ask Bobby that right now it looks like the force field is kind of hazy.
Yeah,
It's something that isn't very translucent. Now it protected you
it
quite a
did.
bit,
Hmm.
so it may be something that she just has to remember that if I'm using my cameras, I can't have my force field on
Right.
unless
Yeah.
I find someone who's much better with technology than Bobby, who can
Right.
who can figure this kind of stuff out.
Hmm.
Now it does surprise you that Bobby was able to figure out that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know
maybe he's a
he
little.
knows a lot of electronic stuff, but I didn't know he could figure this out.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty surprising for
Hmm.
for a guy who just runs
A
a,
little
a
store. Yeah.
exactly. So
I'm gonna have to ask him more about that
okay,
when I get back.
okay. So you fly down,
Hmm.
get changed.
Yeah.
You can Bobby's shop is probably closed now,
Hmm.
but if you want, you could probably go see him in the morning.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And plus, you're a little bit hurt too. You have some kind of heavy bruising on like your shoulder and your
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
So
he's gonna be upset about that. But
okay, okay,
all right, I'm driving my truck back home.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. So she gets home.
Hmm.
Uh, Night kind of passes kind of uneventfully.
Okay.
She does the next morning. She wakes up. She has a text from Sophie.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I'm looking at the text.
it just says, "Hey, it was good to meet you. Good to meet you yesterday.
Hmm.
Looking forward to seeing you again soon."
Oh wow.
And little hearts and all that
Oh
kind of
my
crap.
gosh. Okay. Okay. What am I gonna write back? What do I write back? Looking forward to seeing you soon too. And I'll just copy the little hearts.
Okay. All right.
Why not?
All right. And she kind of just gets back a little smiley face kind of thing.
Oh.
So okay. Okay, so it's the next day.
Okay.
It's kind of a wet, sloppy day out.
Yeah.
Snow didn't stick. It was just kind of wet.
Hmm.
So it's kind of cold and chilly.
Okay.
Bobby's shop opens around 10, we'll say.
Okay.
It's Sunday, so
Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Everybody's in church until 10, so
right,
yeah.
exactly. So
Okay.
okay, so she gonna go over to see Bobby then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So she gets back over to secondhand electronics and
Hmm.
gizmos,
Yep.
and she walks in,
Yep.
and there's a customer in the store. I'm
Oh,
just talking to
okay.
Bobby. You kind of see their back,
Oh, that's cool.
um,
Hmm.
and as you walk up, the customer turns around, and
Hmm.
it's the Asian guy uh,
From
from
the
Earl's
diner
yesterday.
from
Yeah,
Earl's. Okay.
yeah, and he kind of just kind of nods to you.
Hi.
Um, Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, good. And he kind of turns back to Bobby and he's like, okay, so here's a couple of things that I needed. And he kind of has this like list of some circuit boards, some things he needs. And Bobby's just kind of writing it down. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
let me go back over to my computer. Let me just check my inventory. So the guy's just kind of patiently waiting, and he's like, he's like, this isn't a bad little store for such a small town.
It's the absolutely the best electronics store in town. It's
I
the
think
only one, but
I was
it's
gonna
really
say
good. It's
because I
really
think
good.
I think it might be the only one.
It is, yeah.
He's like, yeah, I just came into town yesterday.
Yeah, I think I saw you the other day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You were at the what's the name of that place?
Earls?
Joe's
Earls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what? They're right. The patty melt is great.
I
Um,
agree. Uh-huh.
he's like, and I was told to come to Catsbridge, um, and if I got to Catsbridge, to go to Earl's now. And Bobby looks up and goes, Earl's is the only place in town.
It is.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And the guy says, well, I I well, it's gonna sound kind of odd that that I came to Catsbridge, specifically. Uh, um, he's like, I'm just kind of a curiosity seeker. I'm a
What does that
nerd.
mean exactly?
That
Oh,
kind of thing.
nerd. Okay,
I'm a
cool.
nerd.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too.
He's like, hey, my name is Eric, and Eric Hakora puts out his
Hi,
hand to him. Hey,
I'm Zandra Storms.
he's like, and I know you guys hear this all the time, but I heard talk about the angel. And
It's a
Bobby just
myth.
kind of looks at you, and just kind
It's
of
a
looks back.
myth. It's yeah. The news interviewed some kid. I guess there was a tornado. I used to be a tornado chaser, and I guess from what I've heard, like the school bus was going to fall into the river, and then something happened, and it didn't. And they interviewed a 6-year-old for some reason, which seems weird because like I don't think they had parental permission for that. And the little kid said, "Oh yeah, there was this angel that saved us," and so everybody's just picked up on that. I don't know what she saw.
I don't know.
She's a kid.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
I guess everybody's looking for a hero, some kind of
Yeah,
inspiration.
I guess
You
so.
know, he's like, and you know, the supers are kind of a hobby of mine. I mean, there used to
Oh,
be those,
really?
yeah, there used to be those teams. God, with the ones over in Philadelphia, they were called the Vindicators. Um,
Sounds like a
you
soccer
know,
team.
they did some good while they lasted, and it seemed like they're kind of the time that the world needed people like that. They were there, and now they're not. But now it seems like some of that stuff's starting to change. I mean, you're hearing all these
Wow.
stories out of Chicago. I mean, I heard the Heralds had some kind of fight there the other day with some super I guess super villains, I guess you'd call them.
What'd you
You know
hear?
that there was this fight over at a junkyard,
Okay.
and that there was all these cars crashing and stuff like that, and I mean junkyards don't really have good security camera footage,
Yeah, it's probably
and
true.
and, and it
It's junk.
kind of pauses as, but they have enough, and they say there's footage of that going around.
Really? Have you seen it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
What'd you
Yeah.
see?
I saw a big strong guy pushing cars, the rack of cars. I mean, he was
Oh,
pulling
wow.
something down. Yeah, I mean, they apparently had some camera that kind of swept over the whole whole section of that yard. I don't know who would break in to steal from a junkyard personally,
I
but
don't know. I
but I guess enough people do. But and I saw on the
mhm.
footage there was a lady who, and I presume it was a lady. I shouldn't assume their gender, but there was someone on there who fit the description of the angel. Purple and yellow suit,
Really?
and they got yeah,
Wow.
and I look like an old guy running around with white hair, and then some big rock looking guy. I mean, a whole mess of them. and the big rock guy, he's known to be one of those heralds. Um,
Oh, really? Hmm.
yeah, yeah. So hear me talking like
Oh
a
no, it's fascinating, honestly.
talking like a fanboy here.
That's
Uh,
okay.
it's just it's good to know that because people are looking for a protector. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, people are.
there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on in this world, and he kind of glances over at Bobby, and he's like, "I'm sorry, man. You're trying to fill my order here." Bobby's like, "No, no, no, no." He's like, "It's good to know that people have an interest in in these supers and this that
Yeah.
people want to people embrace that somebody's willing to help them and do the right thing." And he kind of glances right at Zandra.
People need that in this world, I guess.
I guess so.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna be in town for a couple days.
All right.
I might need some more stuff from you, Bobby. But thank you very much. So you'll have that stuff probably Bobby's like Tuesday probably, and Eric just kind of shrugs. He's like, all right, I guess I
Where
can
are you
wait that
staying
long.
at?
Oh, there's the Cat's Bridge Inn and Suites. I think
Oh,
it's
okay. Yeah, those are
out
cute.
out on out on blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
they're all
kind of
right.
out on the edge of town.
Hmm.
Bobby says, "Well, there's a Hilton Garden Suites going in, and about a mile up from there." He's like, "It's probably gonna kill the small
Right.
hotel."
But people do like the little touches from smaller ones. Might not kill it.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, looks like the weather's gonna stay lousy all day, so I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
head back. And he's like, he puts out his hand again. He's like, "It's very good meeting you, Zandra."
Thanks. Nice meeting you too.
All right. And he packs up, heads out, and now it's just the two of you in the shop. What'd you make of him?
uh, he's accurate, unfortunately.
Think he's a reporter or something?
I don't know.
Hmm. We could look up his name, I guess, see if we find anything for him.
If he gave us his name, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if that's his real name or not.
yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. He popped into Earl's when I was there the other day, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean, people just pop in there. It's the only place to eat, you know.
So tell me what happened with the recording last night.
Okay, so I flew up and it got a little windy, and I like turned on the shield, right?
Mhm.
And it worked pretty good. It
Okay.
was kind of, yeah, it was like being in a hamster ball, what I mean, kind of thing. But there was somebody flying around up there too, and they like tried to attack. I think the shield stopped a lot of it, but not everything. And I don't know who they were. They weren't responding. I'm like waving, like, "What are we doing?" And no
Oh
words at all.
my.
And flew towards Cat's Bridge, and I think I scared them out of there. But I don't know
Oh
who
my
that
word.
was. I have no idea. It looked like a suit of armor flying around.
Oh my word.
Yeah, I don't know. I got this big old bruise now, and
Oh,
mhm.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, I'm all right.
He's
I'll
like,
be all right.
but the force field worked.
It did, yeah. The only thing though is
Oh.
it's like, okay, so the body camera that I used when I'm recording
Huh?
stories, okay, all I could see was purple because of the shield,
Oh.
so I had to turn the
Oh.
shield off after everything was safe. And
Okay.
if we can get it like
I
maybe translucent a little more, it might help.
I can try.
You can try. How'd you know how to make a shield, Bobby?
Make uh make a perception roll, please.
Perception is 4 dice. Okay. I've got a 6 and a 2.
He's like, I just read a lot of tech magazines and that kind of stuff.
That could be. All right.
You can't
That
quite
ain't all
tell
of
it.
it, is it?
You can't quite tell if if he's hiding something, you just,
Yeah.
as far as you know, this is
All
Bobby,
right.
and he's being honest with you. So,
Yeah. Okay.
okay,
You do read a lot. Yeah, that's true.
I do,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
mean, you'd be amazed that the spare junk that these corporations throw out and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Yeah. Hmm.
but
All
yeah,
right.
I'll take a look at it and see if I can whip something up for you that'll work out a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. I'll try not to get into trouble until then. But
Okay.
everything he said about the junkyard is accurate. He didn't see everything apparently. I don't know if he did or not, but
Mm.
yeah,
They got cameras everywhere now,
I know.
and footage is coming out. So you either gotta own up to this thing, and or I don't want to see you stop doing it. I mean, you've been doing so
Yeah,
much good for people,
I try.
but sooner or later you're gonna have to maybe come up and kind of own the character, and well, first of all, get him
Hmm.
to call you Thunderbolt. Get rid of this angel stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It'll fade. I mean, I hope, you know.
because it's apparently getting around the news because people coming into town asking about it. They seen it
Uh,
on they seen some things on
yeah.
YouTube and stuff, and
And
you
now
know
it's around Christmas,
yeah,
so
yeah.
uh,
Now how somebody got the police footage is interesting,
that I don't
and
know.
how that got leaked.
I
But
mean, people hack stuff. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe one of the police officers hacked it and just sent it out. Yeah.
but somebody's definitely interested in you.
I don't know if that's good though.
Probably not. But
Yeah. Mm.
anyway, let's make some eggnog.
All right. That sounds great.
All right. And that is where we are going to end the episode, with them
All right.
making some eggnog. So before the
Yeah,
holidays. So, all right. Well, thank you, Jen. That was
mhm.
a lot of fun.
It was fun.
I hope everyone enjoyed that. Anything you want to prepare for the next episode? Any questions you have before we kind of wrap up?
I think she's going to try to find more information on the flying, non-talkative being that was out
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Maybe, look through YouTube or whatever, and see
Okay.
what she can discern.
That sounds
She's
good.
probably going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll plan that for an issue 5 at some point.
Okay.
So anything you want to go ahead and plug, Jen?
Yep. Yeah, I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast at shatteredsoulstone.com. Comes out roughly every week. Sometimes it's a little delayed due to circumstances, but usually it's every Saturday, and it's about the Diablo series of games and all the updates and everything that Activision Blizzard is doing and things like that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and we will be back soon with another issue. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Bye.
All righty. Bye.